Hey guys, it's the Mysterious Producer here. Several of you have wondered about my personal favorites of the We Sing series, considering I put them up on my YouTube channel for everyone to enjoy. So, because all of you have demanded to know, I have decided to put together this list. Now, I want to make clear, I love the entire We Sing series, with some exceptions. But I have watched all of these, from We Sing Together to We Sing Under the Sea, and have determined that these are the best of the best. So let's stop procrastinating and take a look at my top 5 We Sing videos.
Let us sing together, one and all a joyous song. Let us sing together, one and
Number
all
5.
a joyous song.
We Sing Under the Sea.
There's a world where I'd like to go.
Sorry, I couldn't even say that with a straight face. The real number 5, guys, is We Sing Big Rock Candy Mountain. Although I really didn't watch this a lot as a kid, I've grown up to really appreciate this film and its uniqueness compared to the rest of the We Sing series. It has memorable characters, great songs, and some pretty dark parts for kids that really hammer in the moral of the entire show. Why didn't I watch it much as a kid? Well, looking back, I can contribute this to 2 factors. The first main factor is the main color fact. Pink! Everything is pink! Growing up, my favorite colors were red and black. I always hated pink. I mean, everything's pink. The sky's pink, the lake's pink, the special effects are pink, and all the characters in the entire video have some form of pink on them. The other reason is, well, this movie kind of scared me as a kid. The effects really didn't seem magical to me as a kid. And of course, there's the big reveal of Little Bunny Foo-Foo towards the end of the film. I won't ruin it for everybody, but suffice to say, it is terrifying for a little kid to watch that for the first time. But I would always enjoy the ending's theme song. Overall, this film is amazing. Number 4. We Sing The Best Christmas Ever. This one is an exact opposite of the We Sing Big Rock Candy Mountain. This movie I watch every year with my family, whether I want to or not. It's a tradition among my family, and it's one I will continue on into the future. As the title suggests, this is a Christmas edition video where anything can happen. This movie is based around Gusty, Poofer, and the rest of the Santa elves trying to get the building capabilities of Gusty back in time for Christmas. He has gotten slow and a little clumsy in his old age, and if they don't succeed, they're not going to have enough toys for everybody in the world by Christmas. Poofer, on his way to Santa, is blown a little off course and ends up in a family's house in some city, USA. He enlists their help to try help Poofer so as not to disturb Santa because he's very busy. This eventually leads to a very helpful, friendly, and very clever ending that is a little unexpected. I love the characters, I love the effects, and I love the overall theme. If I do have to point out something wrong with the movie, however, I have to say it's with the family. They're not given a whole lot of time for development, and that's a serious Achilles heel in an overall really good film. But overall, if you guys haven't made this a time-honored tradition in your house, grab the family and sit down and watch it. It's definitely worth an hour of your time. Number 3.
Muffin Man, Punchinello, if you please.
We sing Grandpa's Magical Toys. No, I'm not kidding this time. And I know a lot of you are probably surprised with this one being so low on the list. A lot of you are probably saying, this is the best of the series! This deserves the number 1 spot! Well, please hear me out before you hit the dislike button. Now, believe me, the top 3 videos were always going to be the hardest one to place because it was very much the best of the series. And depending on the circumstances, I still believe that these can be, in fact, intertwined. You can have your own opinion, but in my opinion, depending on my mood, this is still the number 3 spot. If you haven't seen this, shame on you! Go watch it! For everyone else, here's an overview. Peter, Sarah, and David go over to Peter's grandfather's house to look at his doll collection. They are shrunk down by magic dust to the size of dolls, where they can sing and dance with the grandpa's magical toys, hence the title. Having a grandmother with every single doll in existence made this movie even cooler. I was able to actually touch the various dolls that were inside the movie, and to be honest, I really love the design and detail that were put into the costumes. So in many ways, this is the superior Weesing. But if I did have to nitpick the movie, I do have a couple. First, I don't like the merry-go-round animals. Just a personal preference. And there's the effects. Oh, don't get me wrong, they're not bad. Let me explain. This was before they started using a lot of green screen effects, and before they started using various different kinds of wide-angle lenses to get the effect they wanted. They're all practical effects, and I love it for that. So what's wrong with them? Well, I think this has to do with the scale. They're supposed to be the same size as dolls. Instead of making a giant scale building where all the walls and shelves are a lot larger than the humans are, they decided to make the dolls larger, and that's it. Even as a kid, I was going, oh, come on, you can't jump onto the shelf and pull yourself up? Again, these are nitpicks. They don't even come close to diminishing the charm of this movie. Go ahead and give it a watch. It is outstanding. Number 2 and number 1. Okay guys, say it with me. We sing Sillyville and we sing Marvelous Musical Mansion. Yeah, I'm sorry about being so unoriginal with this, but I can't help it. I love both these films. Both of these are great films which I consider the ideal Weesing videos. Both have great characters, great morals, great effects, great songs, and a great ending to go with it. I really don't feel right with talking about one without talking about the other, because it will give away the number 1 spot instantly. So let's start with Sillyville. Sillyville was a movie I watched when I was about 4, and probably the Weesing I watched the most as a kid. It is also the one that influenced my quirky sense of humor and my sense of music, due to the fact that I grew up and actually played an instrument of my own. Sillyville, for those who don't know, is the story of Laurie and Scott, Barney, and probably my favorite conductor of all time, Sillyville. They go around Sillyville trying to get the townsfolk to start talking to each other again. Apparently the town stopped talking to each other because they all have different colors, and they really do not like talking to people with different colors than their own. Looking at this with adult eyes, I get an image of civil rights, and how whatever color you are, there's no reason you can't be friends. This is a great lesson to be teaching early on, and in a subtle way to boot. Whether it was intentional or not, I have no idea because I can't really find any information to the contrary, but the lesson is there, and I have to give my hat off to them for doing this in such a subtle way. Like Grandpa's Magical Toys, I love the side characters, and I really enjoy the detail that went into the costumes. All the characters have their own personality, and a personality that reflects their own color. The yellow Spurtle Gurgles are the energetic and quirky. The red Bitty Booties are the calm and collective but slow. And even the purple Pasha has the mystic and powerful presence to her that really comes from her costume. The costumes fit all the themes of the 5 groups, and it is really centralized for the characters. The plot is decent, and I really can't deny the fact that I really enjoyed this film, and something I will definitely be showing to my kids when I have them. On the other hand, we have Marvelous Musical Mansion. Unlike Sillyville, which is quirky, the mansion is a little bit more down to earth and serious. The plot is a mystery and actually took me for a few loops as a kid. The main characters and the side characters all have their own personalities and is given their own chance to shine. The 2 conductors are the aunt and the uncle and are really convincing in their role. Seriously, why can't we see more of these 2 in other videos? But where this video really shines is in its music. This video has the best music in the entire We Sing series. When I owned the cassette tape of this, I never skipped a single song, which is more than I can say for any of the We Sing videos. There's even some guest appearances. The Hat Rack is actually played by Burl Ross, the same actor who played Little Bunny Foo-Foo. Peter Pianissimo, played by Thomas Gruff, also played one of the Spurtle Gurgles in Sillyville. And probably the most obvious and the one that everybody seems to notice is Susan Nip and Pam Beale, the creators of We Sing, are actually the bird watchers that keep showing up from time to time. I always love seeing writers and directors in their own work, and this is no different. Okay, so what's wrong with these films? Honestly, I can't see a whole lot wrong with either film. Both succeed in making an atmosphere where you can actually believe these exist. Both of these have memorable characters and a lot of good songs, so I can't really say the flaws are due to a lack of creativity or skill. So which one is really better? Both are amazing films, and ones I will be covering in more detail when I go over them in Mysterious Memories. But if you dangled me over a volcano and threatened my life, if I didn't give an answer, I would have to give the number 2 spot to Sillyville, which makes the winner Marvelous Musical Mansion. Marvelous Musical Mansion, I feel, just has a better payoff and more suspense, which makes it a better payoff. Which, for me at least, makes it a little bit more fun. Sillyville is more of a movie in which you don't think too hard about it and just sit back and watch the quirkiness unfold. Also, there are a couple more filler songs in Sillyville, unlike Mansion. So, in this time, I have to give the number 1 spot to Marvelous Musical Mansion. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the list, and I hope you guys will be sticking around. Be sure to check out my Twitter and YouTube page for more stuff on We Sing, and I'll see you all later. Ciao.